I wouldn't mind that. Get the first top 15 cars out of our split, and the rest of us can have some fun.
Afternoon, gentlemen.
Howdy.
I think we got to continue with this tribute trend for the cars. Base it off of an old car of the same type. In that spirit, for next year's Daytona 500, in a tribute to Mark Martin, I think it should be based off the Viagra car.
Yeah.
Well, we do have the most legends on the team, so.
Hey, now. I'm hearing a rumor that the Legends League is going to have a mandatory halfway pit stop so everyone can take a bio break.
Depending on the race, wouldn't break my heart.
All 6 of them?
Limit activated.
Yeah, I think there's some guys in Legends category who would like to have a separate deal, and then some that don't. So I don't know. I'm not sure what's going to happen. I'm trying to stay away from it.
You know, the league seems to be shrinking as is, so I don't think it's really doable.
Yeah, I mean, this year was definitely a reduction in participation. It was the first time since the beginning. We had 7 years of increases, and this year it reduced. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm sure Mike has some ideas that may or may not work.
That's a good race. You'll lead us to the promised land.
Who will lead us to the promised land?
Mickey.
Yeah. I don't know when Mike's going to reveal the schedule today. Is that, I don't know if it's before the race, after the race? On the
it's usually halfway through, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because I thought it's usually while we're racing.
31.455. One car coming out of pits. New best lap. 31.45.
Hey, Javier?
Yes, sir?
Can I get the money back for your wheel? I'll send it back to you. It's way too slow.
Okay.
It can't be me.
We're looking at P12 here.
In front of you, he's just on the bottom. He's on the bottom.
What's the issue?
P21 currently.
It just drives slow.
Oh.
Great.
It might not be. It can't be the operator.
I'm going to guess it's probably the wheel nut. Have you checked to make sure it's tight?
Hasn't been for a while.
There you go.
No, I'm doing fine. Thank you for that. It actually feels good to drive it.
I
haven't tried the. Go ahead.
I was going to say, it's giving Scotty a workout.
No changes in pit
yeah?
stop. 22 seconds to the pit stall.
What'd you get anyway?
I was going to.
Sorry,
I haven't tried the FB, but I think you can use it on that wheel.
I use it on my
Go,
CSW.
go.
All right.
Does it work consistently for you two?
Yep.
Mine just keeps cutting out, and I can't even tell if it's on or not.
Mine didn't even recognize my wheel, so I figured I give it a couple versions before it gets to mine.
Is there anybody even working on that thing anymore? I thought it was pretty much dead.
A different guy took over, I think.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
It had been somewhat dormant for a couple of years, I think.
There was a new version out I was going to say recently, but I think it was a couple of years now.
Really sorry about that.
Yeah, I was using it earlier trying to solve why my force feedback feels numb in all the NASCAR type cars, and it stopped working between practice and qualifying.
Oh, that's messed up.
And that was the last straw. And I'm like, nope. Every time the session changes, I have to guess if the force feedback works. I can't do this.
You have 2 coming up.
It's worked fine for me every time so far, and it's definitely increased the feedback and feels better to me, but I've got a CSW, so... V1 CSW.
What mode of that thing are you using?
7 seconds.
I'm using the 360.
Okay, that's the one that was failing for me.
It will not work for me in the 60 hertz at all. Matter of fact, if it switches to 60, it starts to run backwards.
Oh, Kevin Hill just bought the inside wall on the front straight.
I think all the Evolve guys are having a little hard time.
Ow! Yeah, me too.
I just
Where
hit
this
the back of someone.
Listen up,
This is starting well.
The set Wayne made, it's not the fastest thing in the world, but you'll survive with it.
I worked on trying to make it friendlier off turn 4.
It might have been the weather thing. It might have been the weather I was in, but when I practiced with it, it was actually harder for me to control off of 4.
Really?
Yeah, than the original. But this particular weather, it feels looser now using the original one, so I might switch.
Because what I did was soften the right spring so that it wouldn't snap as easy, and then lengthen 4th gear a tick so that it wasn't, wouldn't rev up quite as quick. And then try to compensate by taking some wicker off the rear wing so that it would still turn in 1 and 2, same as before. And it gave it, just a hair more top end. But I'm sure you could trim the thing out a lot if you wanted to get top end. This might be deadly through turn 3 and 4.
I'm usually using 5th and 1 and 2 anyway.
Yeah, I use 5th down there. Just to come off 4 and 4th, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, so I just lengthened it a click, I think. I tried a bunch of different ones to try to find the one that made it the easiest on the throttle without losing acceleration. And it's just, it's a very minor change, but I've survived 55 laps so far in this run.
How are you guys feeling about the restarts? Is it on 2nd gear or 3rd gear?
I think it depends on where you are. It's going to be single file, right? So it'll be strung out, and you have to really watch the checkups and stuff. And guys running you over. If you're further back, probably 3rd will be fine because it'll be a slow start, and you won't need to try and race the guy in front of you so much. But if you're up front, it might be 2nd gear.
It's single file on the restarts, but it's double file on the start, right?
Right.
0.9 up to your quickest lap.
No lucky dogs. So you either stay out and take the wave, or you race your way back to the lead lap.
And if you pit under green, you're probably going under, like, what, a lap and a half? It's going to be rough.
It'll be a lap plus, yeah.
I'm looking for 150 clean laps. That's really all I'm after at this point.
3, 4, 7.
1 car exiting pits.
Oh, I just ran out of fuel going into 3.
From your quickest lap.
How many laps?
We have about 48.6.
On lap 57, I think. Just the end of 57.
You did 56, yeah.
Okay, so about the same as what I'm doing. Where you got the weight jack right at the end?
I didn't change it at all in that run. I think you might have to add a little bit as the run goes on later on when the grip goes away.
Interval in front is
Even in traffic, jeez.
What's the track temp right now?
30.762.
107.
112.
I'm getting 107.
Yeah, sorry, I forgot.
107, because the Euro race started at 110 and just dropped from there. He was down to almost 100
Still
in the
low
end.
front.
there.
All good.
So I don't know if ours will be similar.
Working the
Low
bottom.
front.
But they definitely got faster. I mean, they set the
Still
fastest laps of the race in the last
Still
two.
low front.
9. Go there.
Still low front.
Clear.
All good.
I got to 57 laps without running out of fuel.
You running fuel map 1?
I didn't change it, so
It should be then.
I'm still going.
Because 1 is full fuel, 2 to 5 are saving, right? And then 8 is under the safety car. It's like, I don't think it gives you any fuel at all, almost. Certainly no power. Don't restart in fuel map 8.
31.6.
I never tried
on
6 and
lap
7. They're different
We are
shapes to
on
the
lap
fuel,
14.
to the throttle. I don't know if they would be easier off of 4 or not to try one of those. They're full fuel, but different shape.
I'm still being told to go another 2 laps.
Well, look at you go.
Are you sure you're in the right fuel map? Because the
30
furthest I've made
more.
it is 57.
Delta ahead that lap.
Yeah, I ran out at the end of
Increased
57,
by
which is really
7
58
tenths.
because it included an out lap, I guess. But
I don't have a button for it, so I don't know how I could have changed it.
Yeah, you'd have to go to in-car to change it.
but if you plan on 55, 6, you can probably be safe. And, unless there's some yellow, and you can save some there.
I'm 60 laps now.
32.3.
Are you sure you started on lap 0?
Well, unless my overlay is wrong about how many laps I did. I had your number right, though.
Oh, this is not going well.
For you, other people.
For me.
God, it's so gentle coming out of
31.
Ran out, come to the line at 61.
I'm not making friends, is all I'll say.
What are you doing, man?
Fuel
I
map
just
1.
lost it twice within like what 20 laps. Hit 2 people.
How to make friends and influence people, yeah?
Oh yeah.
31.95.
Possible speed coming up. Gap behind is 0-100s.
I was using Liam's set, maybe his less downforce on it.
I should have more, I think.
Working outside,
Tires on
outside.
drill.
31.5.
Philip coming out of
Still
pits.
out there.
Still high
outside.
front.
You're
Clear.
clear.
Delta ahead last lap. Further away by 2 tenths.
I'm testing fuel map 6 and 7 to see if I can feel any difference.
High side front.
Still
6, I didn't
outside.
notice anything significant.
Still
Still there.
high.
Door outside.
Still high. Eyes forward.
That'll give us something to work on. 34.12.
Interval behind is 0-100s.
Go ahead, wheel it down here.
Hit to repair
Wheel it
the
down
car.
here.
Oh, roof's connected.